History books tell us that true civilization began in the great river valleys Mesopotamia, between the Tigris and Euphrates, Egypt along the Nile, the Indus Valley in South Asia, and later ancient China. Here we see writing, kings, temples, and the first empires. But even in these so-called cradles of civilization, the story is filled with riddles, contradictions, and unexplained brilliance. Did these cultures rise, Eleanor? Were they inheritors of something far older? Chapter 3. The first recognized civilizations: Mesopotamia, Egypt, Indus, and China. In the Fertile Crescent between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, the Sumerians built the first known cities, Uruk or Eridu, around 3000 BC. They created cuneiform, the world's first writing system. They built ziggurats, towering temples that reached toward the heavens. They mapped the stars, calculated mathematics, and invented laws that still echo in our courts today. But the Sumerians themselves did not claim to be the first. According to their own texts, civilization was given to them by the Apkalosami, divine sages sent by the gods. In the Sumerian king list, we read of antediluvian kings who reigned for thousands of years before the great flood swept them away. Is this mythology or memory of an earlier age, erased by catastrophe? Further west, along the Nile, arose one of the most iconic civilizations, ancient Egypt. With pyramids, hieroglyphs, and pharaohs, Egypt is remembered as a miracle of human ingenuity. But Egypt's own priests told a different story. The historian Herodotus recorded that Egyptian priests claimed their civilization stretched back over 12,000 years. In their own traditions, the god Thoth, master of wisdom, gave humanity writing and knowledge. The god Osiris taught agriculture and law. And then there are the pyramids themselves. The Great Pyramid of Giza, aligned to true north within a fraction of a degree, constructed with over 2 million stones, some weighing 80 tons. Egyptologists say it was built around 2500 BC, using copper tools and wooden sledges. But engineers still debate how such precision was achieved. Even more puzzling, the Sphinx shows signs of water erosion, suggesting it may be thousands of years older than dynastic Egypt, perhaps a remnant of an earlier, lost culture. To the east, in what is now Pakistan and northwest India, lay the Indus Valley civilization. Flourishing from 2600 to 1900 BC, it remains one of the least understood of the Great Four. Cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were laid out on perfect grids, with advanced drainage and sewage systems unmatched until the Romans, thousands of years later. Their houses had bathrooms and running water while much of the world still lived in huts. And yet, the Indus left behind no Rosetta Stone, no deciphered script. Their symbols remain unread, their rulers unknown, their myths forgotten. Who taught these people urban planning on such a scale? Why did their knowledge vanish so completely? In the valleys of the Yellow and Yangtze rivers, Chinese civilization took root. By 2000 BC, dynasties rose, recorded history began, and China's culture flourished. They invented bronze casting, silk weaving, and complex philosophies that endure to this day. But even here, myths speak of an earlier time, the legendary Shire dynasty, whose existence remains disputed, and before them, the sage kings said to rule with divine wisdom. One tale tells of Fuxi, the culture hero who taught writing, fishing, and animal domestication. His wife Nua shaped humanity from clay. Ancient texts describe dynasties stretching back tens of thousands of years. Is this exaggeration, or did China, like Egypt and Mesopotamia, preserve faint memories of a world before the flood? When we put these four civilizations side by side, Mesopotamia, Egypt, Indus, and China, we see common themes. Each arose suddenly, fully formed, with writing, architecture, and religion already complex. Each credited gods or ancestors with teaching them the arts of civilization, and each carries stories of floods, lost ages, and wisdom from before recorded history. So the question is clear: were these truly the first civilizations? Or were they inheritors of something much older, something wiped away, leaving only fragments to seed new societies? Archaeology tells us that before 3000 BC, humans were simple farmers. But the monuments, myths, and mysteries suggest a different story. That knowledge was passed down, preserved through disaster, remembered in stone and legend.